Looking at semi-auto pistols on the market today, they've evolved so much in a century that many of the very best would hardly be recognizable to our ancestors. For some of us, it's just good to stick to the basics, to the tried and true. And there is no handgun out there more ubiquitous, more proven, or more elementally simple than a .38 Special Revolver. For self-defense, target shooting, or a just-in-case tool for truly troubling times, the .38 Special still reigns supreme around the world. And despite the prevailing popularity of the semi-auto pistol, many manufacturers continue to churn out high-quality .38s year in and year out. We'll be looking at 7 of the best .38 Special revolvers in this video. But before we head out, think about signing up to become a channel member. Your channel membership will unlock access to special perks like downloadable guides, detailed how-tos, and unlisted exclusive videos. Your membership will also go a long way towards helping us make our content even better for shooters like you and reach a bigger audience. Thanks a lot! Now, let's check out these wheel guns. Ruger revolvers were for decades synonymous with two things: extreme durability and extreme weight. Each Ruger revolver, from the monolithic Super Red Hawk to the compact SP-101, was seemingly carved from a single hunk of shining stainless steel. They shoot great, it can stand up to tons of punishment, but carrying one of these beefy guns was always a chore. Ruger put that complaint to bed decisively with the release of their LCR over a decade ago. The LCR, or Lightweight Compact Revolver, is everything it says right on the tin. Using a combination of polymer and steel in its construction, the cylinder is radically relieved to the absolute minimum clearance needed for reliable function and safety. This clever engineering gives the 5-shot .38 a feathery weight of just 13.5 ounces. The LCR is available in many variants, but my favorite is the original, with the short rubber grip and the short barrel that is just a hair under 2 inches. It carries wonderfully and works spectacularly as a backup gun or a dedicated concealed carry piece. They also shoot a lot better than you think, thanks to the smooth, light factory trigger. Snag your own LCR for around $550 retail, significantly cheaper than Ruger's suggested price of $739. Cheap revolvers are often synonymous with bad outcomes for shooters. Despite how simple they are to load, operate, and shoot, a revolver is actually a complex and surprisingly delicate piece of machinery. And if corners are cut at any phase of the manufacturing process, malfunctions are likely. Thankfully, it's still possible to get an American-made .38 Special that can do the job for very little money. The Charter Arms Undercover is the revolver that built the company, and today is available in a wide array of different finishes and styles. The common factor is that each has a 2-inch barrel and it packs 5 shots of .38 Special, more than adequate for most self-defense purposes. But other than that, the sky is the limit, and you can get them in your choice of stainless or matte black finishes, even American flag print, with or without an internal hammer optimized for concealed carry. In my experience, the Charter Arms Undercover has been reliable, durable, and certainly a worthy competitor to more expensive brands. They don't look quite as nice, and the triggers aren't as smooth and slick, but for rough and ready self-defense, or just fun plinking on the range, they will certainly do the job. You can pick one up for as little as $300 retail. The most ubiquitous and respected name in American revolver manufacturing is, without question, Smith & Wesson. For so many shooters around the world, Smith & Wesson is synonymous with what a revolver is. S&W revolvers have always enjoyed great reliability and durability, slick actions, and forward-thinking design that has kept up with the needs of the everyman and the pro user alike. One of my favorite offerings currently in their lineup is the Performance Center Model 642. This lightweight 5-shot J-frame weighs just 14.5 ounces, has an overall height of 4.25 inches, and an overall length of 6.25 inches. It is just a little over 1.25 inches wide at its widest point. A supreme choice for concealed carry, untold numbers of S&W J-frames have been carried by civilians and police as primary and backup guns. As good as they are, they've been made even better by the skilled gunsmiths in Smith & Wesson's Performance Center. The action has been completely tuned from top to bottom, to yield a lighter, smoother trigger pull. A chrome-plated trigger reduces friction and improves comfort, and polished accents on the cylinder and elsewhere add a touch of class, as does a low-profile rubber grip with attractive wood inserts. The cylinder has also been relieved for the use of moon clips to facilitate quick and easy reloads. If you want a snubby that can really shoot, look no further than the Performance Center Model 642. Pick one up and carry it with confidence for just $639. We've got 4 more revolvers to go on our list of the best 38 specials that you can buy today. But before we move on to the next one, take just a second to click like and subscribe, and then ring that notification bell. Now you won't miss any of our new videos coming up, and those 3 clicks will really help the channel. If I had to pick just one 38 to do everything, to cover all eventualities, it would have to be the Taurus Model 82. Retailing for well under $500, this robust alloy frame 6-shot 38 is everything a shooter needs, and absolutely nothing they don't. The 4-inch barrel will help maximize any 38 special load, and the gun is engineered to stand up to a steady diet of plus P ammunition. The sights are rudimentary, with a small square notch cut into the top strap and a ramped serrated front blade. The exposed hammer will allow you to thumb cock for single-shot action if desired. A shallowly finger-grooved rubber grip has a pebbly texture for a solid hold with sweaty hands or in wet conditions, and the attractive satin black finish is all business. Rambling in the woods, home defense, or, weather and dress allowing, concealed carry, this is about as straightforward as it gets when it comes to 38 revolvers, and it is truly ideal for folks who want a general-purpose handgun. Long known and loved for their profile carry of 1911s, Kimber raised some eyebrows and started some rumors with the introduction of their revolver line in the form of the K6S. Simultaneously hailed as an innovative new direction for Kimber, and derided as the company swerving perilously outside of their lane, it turns out that these revolvers were good enough to put some legacy manufacturers to shame. The only downside to the K6S was that it was bulkier and heavier than needed for some shooters, because it was chambered in .357 Magnum. In just a few years, Kimber followed up with the K6 XS, standing for extra small. This ultra lightweight snubby is one of the few in this size and weight category that is still a 6-shot, something that folks like me appreciate. 6 rounds is just the right number for a revolver to hold. Unloaded, the gun comes in at right under a pound, 15.9 ounces to be precise. So says Kimber. The action is glassy smooth, the cylinder release is oversized and heavily checkered for quick actuation, and a front fiber optic sight provides clean and quick acquisition in conjunction with a slightly raised square notch rear. Take it from me, these guns are real shooters, and this factory stock Kimber feels like a revolver that could have come out of Smith & Wesson's Performance Center a couple of decades ago. If you want a lightweight 38 for carry, but you're just unwilling to give up that 6th round, Kimber's K6 XS is one of your best and only choices. Retail price is $679. It's awfully hard to improve on a classic, and when it comes to 38 special revolvers, none have the legacy, the panache, and the sheer utility of the Smith & Wesson Model 10. This 6-shot K-frame has been produced continuously, in one form or another, since the tail end of the 19th century. More than 6 million Model 10s have been manufactured, and it is one of the most ubiquitous, if not the single most common revolvers in the entire world. Whether you want one as a collectible or as a classy but practical gun for self-defense or for recreational shooting, Smith & Wesson can deliver with the Model 10. The old-school thin stocks, glossy blue finish, and lack of an injector rod shroud instantly set it apart from the modern-day offerings in their lineup. But the excellent action, reliability, and accuracy mean it can keep up with other guns on our list. With a 4-inch barrel and prominent hammer spur, it's not the easiest gun to carry concealed, but it can still be done with a good holster. Tipping the scales at just over 2 pounds unloaded, there's no mistaking this throwback wheel gun for anything other than what it is: old-school blued steel. Smith & Wesson sells the current production Model 10 with an MSRP of $879, though you will likely find it far cheaper actually on a dealer's shelf. With the introduction of the new Colt Python a few years ago, this venerated gunmaker returned to the revolver market and was greeted with considerable fanfare. Not content to bask in the appreciation of fans, Colt quickly followed up with new models of the Anaconda and Cobra among their snake gun offerings. If a dedicated .38 Special is what you are after, the Cobra is an ideal choice for self-defense or general-purpose use. Polished stainless from front to back, the Cobra has all the hallmarks that define Colt revolvers over the decades, including the gracefully swept hammer spur and distinctive Colt pull-to-release cylinder latch. With a barrel length that is just over 2 inches and a modest weight of 1.5 pounds unloaded, the Cobra is ideal for use as a concealed carry firearm. A brass bead front sight makes getting on target easy and is a classic and classy choice in an era of fiber optics and red dots. The grip is just large enough for a full 3-fingered hold, but the butt is rounded and abbreviated to reduce printing. Benefiting from the best modern materials, CNC manufacturing, and a revised set of internals, unlike the Colt revolvers of generations past, this gun is a true shooter and can withstand heavy firing schedules and a constant diet of +P ammunition with absolutely no issues. Purists might cry foul since this Cobra isn't identical to the older models on the inside, but for those of us who actually want to get work done with our guns, this is nothing to cry over. One thing that hasn't changed about the Colt Cobra is the premium price tag. MSRP is $999. And with that, we've reached the end of our list for the best .38 Special revolvers you can buy. We covered designs new and old, and whether you want the latest and state-of-the-art subcompact carry guns or the tried, tested, and true, we've got you covered. Don't forget to click like and subscribe before you go, so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos here on All About Survival. And let me know what you think about the Ruger LCR down in the comments. Is it currently the best thing going in concealable revolvers, or is there another design you prefer? That will do it for me today, but I will catch you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and shoot straight.